Hi, this is Dale Zahn on behalf of the Public Relations Committee of the West Michigan Lakeshore Association of Realtors, and this is Getting to Know You Better. It's our Member Spotlight, an opportunity to meet a realtor that maybe you otherwise did not know. And our guest today is Karen Piper, and Karen is from RE/MAX of Saugatuck Douglas, correct?
Yes, yes.
How long have you been at RE/MAX in Saugatuck Douglas?
I've been there just 2 years.
What did you do before the real estate business?
Before that, I actually worked for a developer and sold his projects, his developments. So that's kind of how I got into real estate.
And you're doing well?
I thoroughly enjoy it, yes.
What do you like about the real estate business?
I like getting to know people. I'm very curious, and so I find that aspect of interaction with people very rewarding and fun. I just enjoy it.
Well, good, and we're glad to have the opportunity to get to know you and introduce you to our membership. Public Relations Committee has come up with a number of topics, and one of which is dreaming. And if you could live anywhere in the world other than Saugatuck and Douglas, where would it be?
Where would it be? Probably Costa Rica. That was one of my most favorite vacations that we did as a family, my husband and my son. And absolutely loved the people, loved the culture, loved the climate, and yeah, I could live there.
All right, let's flip that around. You indicated how you like Costa Rica. What is it about Saugatuck and Douglas that appeals to Karen Piper? And why should buyers want to go there?
Well, it's interesting. I pinch myself all the time on my way into work because people come from all over the country and actually all over the world to vacation in Saugatuck and Douglas. So I feel so blessed that I get to help people find a home, a second home, or a permanent home, a retirement home in the Saugatuck Douglas area.
What are your favorite things about Saugatuck and Douglas?
Oh gosh, well, who doesn't love the beach? I love the community itself. Everyone is so friendly. It's just a lovely, welcoming place to go. The restaurants are amazing, and the art galleries are incredible. So it's just a special, special area.
Well, I can attest to that as somebody that likes to eat. We do make it down to your area more than a few times a year. There are some great spots
Good,
down
thank you.
there.
You're welcome anytime.
Oh, we enhance the local economy too. Theatrical performances
Oh,
as
there you
well.
go, the SCA.
Saugatuck, yeah, the Arts Council. Well, how is the market in Saugatuck and Douglas? Let's just go right to that.
It's doing really, really well. We're seeing a lot of, this time of year is our busiest time of year, of course, and so we're seeing a lot of new listings coming up and a lot of buyers coming to the area wanting to purchase. So we're as our office finding it to be a quite strong market.
Is it true in the Saugatuck area right now that listing inventory is at a premium?
At a premium? Meaning it's kind of a seller's market that yes, we can always use more inventory. Yep, I would say we are definitely lower than we would like. So, now is a good time to list.
People coming from, spoken like a true realtor, people coming from outside the area, where primarily? We've heard like Chicago.
Yeah, we see a lot of Chicago people. We see a lot of people from the east side of the state. We also see a lot of Ohio, Indiana, so the word's getting out there that Saugatuck Douglas is a wonderful place to live.
This is where I go off script. This is where PR will say, oh no, he's gonna do it. But one thing leads to another, and I'm always curious when talking to realtors about things like your favorite transaction, maybe your most unusual listing, maybe some of the speed bumps that you've encountered. Anything particularly unusual to Karen Piper in terms of a listing you might have had that was really kind of out there, or buyers that might have been professional lookers and
Oh, that happens all the time,
Yeah.
sure. That you get excited and work pretty hard for a potential client, and then they kind of disappear, but then they can resurface again. So, buying a home is a tricky thing. So there are so many different factors involved in making that decision, and life happens. So, if somebody drops out of sight for a while, I'm not surprised when they resurface and want to, move ahead ahead with the transaction. And something I've found with the majority of my clients is they've started out as clients and they end up as friends.
That's
I
well
feel very
put.
connected, and I'm constantly getting invitations, we've got to do lunch, what are you and your husband doing, and that sort of thing. So I find that's a really fulfilling part of my work, is the people that I meet and then the people that continue to be part of my life.
Let's talk about things outside of your work.
Mm-hmm.
You had indicated before we started recording
Mm-hmm.
something that's near and dear to you and a passion that you have. Tell us about that organization that you're a part of.
Okay, it's called Resilience, and it's actually formerly the Center for Women in Transition, and they are rebranding themselves because they're trying to become a little bit more inclusive. And Center for Women in Transition feels like you're only wanting to help women, and we definitely are helping men and boys, and we are advocates for ending violence of all sorts. So in any spare time that I have, that's where I spend my time, whether it's fundraising or just helping with May baskets or Adopt a Family, just all their different projects. I'm very proud to be part of that organization.
Well, we're glad and proud that you are a part of that. We are a big supporter here at the association of that organization, which has now changed the name and kind of the approach, as you pointed out. Was there a particular, maybe a personal experience that drew you to them, or was that just something that was interesting to you?
Nothing personally, but it's just always kind of been something that I've been aware of, and that we need to do all that we can to educate people and show them that there are other ways other than violence to move in the world, and women need to have good self-respect so that they don't allow those things to happen, and men need to have good self-respect so they don't feel like that's how they need to treat someone.
Sure, well put, thank you. Accomplishments in life, doesn't have to be real estate, doesn't have to be community involvement. Do you have anything you're particularly proud of?
Probably my proudest accomplishment is raising a fine young man.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, my son is 23 years old. He's a student at Ferris and is majoring in psychology, actually a double major. He's decided he would like to do criminal justice as well. So my husband and I are extremely proud of him. He's a fine person, a loyal friend, and just a loving human being.
Well, that's really well put. What do you like to do outside of the business world? You were telling me a little bit before we got started. You're kind of a peddler, and I don't mean a peddler as in a seller.
We love to ride bikes, and my husband and I try and ride as often as we can. And as I was telling you earlier, it's our kind of catch-up time. It's our quality time together. Sometimes we're pushing it real hard and you don't talk, but a lot of times we are relaxing and just enjoying being together and catching up on the day. So it's a great way to reconnect ourselves.
You ride those real fancy bikes with 32 speeds?
No. Just we've got mountain bikes that we've had for 20 years. Same bikes, just.
What are these new bikes I see that have tires that look like they belong on a motorcycle?
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
I've never
ridden one of those, no.
Oh, I don't even get it.
Yeah,
really.
I honestly, I don't know.
Looks like it'd be hard to move up and down a hill or something. On the silly side of things, the group always likes to know the humorous side of people within the business. If you could be a superhero,
Superhero, oh wow.
which one might it be?
Which one might it be?
Or which several might it be?
Oh gosh, well, I think I would want to be my own kind of superhero brand. I mean, I'd love to be able to have the ability to fly, and I'd love to be able to have the power to touch someone and make them calm and happy. So I'd like to be the superhero, kindness superhero.
Wonder Woman?
There we go. Wonder Woman of kindness, yes.
Yeah, that sounds good. What else might there be about Karen Piper that you think people should know that maybe they don't?
Gosh, I think I come across as a serious person, which I am, and I like doing real estate because it takes a lot of attention and attention to detail and seriousness, but I also have a great sense of humor. I love to laugh. So I don't know that always comes across, but I do love to laugh.
Oh, I can sense that. I don't know if we really touched on this earlier or not, but what drew you into real estate? I mean, not everybody wakes up in the morning as a young person saying, I want to be a realtor.
Yeah, yeah.
What drew Karen?
You know, it's interesting because I wish I had gotten into real estate years and years ago, because it is so interesting and no deal is the same. And again, I think it's the people aspect that drew me, because I've always done sales of some sort. But, you know, helping somebody find that perfect home, that perfect condo, is so satisfying and gratifying. And, you know, no matter the bumps that go with some transactions, it's really very satisfying.
Loaded question. Buyers or sellers? Who do you prefer?
I love to work with buyers.
Interesting response. I get that a lot from realtors. Really like working with the buyers, which only tells me that years ago, I must have been the oddball. Because I loved working with listings. I always thought if I had the listings on the shelf, everybody else was working for me, and the listings will sell.
That makes complete sense, and that's, you know, a phrase in our office too, is, you know, we need more listings, get more listings. You know, listings is money in the bank. But I do like working with buyers.
How is Dick Waskin to work? No, don't even answer that. Don't even answer. I just had to get that in for Dick's benefit. He's a wonderful guy and he's a good friend of ours.
It's a
here at
great
the
office.
association.
Yeah. We love to say when you hire one of us, you hire all of us.
If people wanted to touch base with you, get to know you more, maybe find out about a listing that you have coming up or about the marketplace, where can they reach you?
They can reach me at my cell phone, 616-610-4153, or you can call our RE/MAX Saugatuck Douglas office. I'd be happy to help you with anything you need.
Well, Karen, it's a pleasure that we've had you here on Member Spotlight and getting to know you better.
Thank you for having me.
And if you know somebody, or those of you watching know somebody that is interested in being on Member Spotlight, you want to nominate yourself, you want to nominate somebody that's in your office, or just a peer that maybe you had a really good experience with, you contact Jody right here at the association. Contact Jody Thalen. She's our PR committee representative liaison, and she'll take it from there and we'll get you started. Thanks for watching our Meeting a Member here at West Michigan Lakeshore.